power needs to be
limited,
shared, decentralized, delegated, right? And
not passed through children.
So we've passed the 1 hour mark.
Yeah. Right. No, so we're gonna go questions from the weeboos.
Yes.
We're gonna go questions from the weeboos, and there's this one weeboo. Oh, he's such a weeboo, right? Right. There's this one weeboo. I can't believe this question came from this guy. Oh,
which one?
You know who it is.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know. I can't believe this weeboo.
Such a weeboo. Okay. This question is from this weeboo. His name is, 1 second.
Can you read it?
Can you read his name? Very weird weeboo. It's a very weird weeboo.
Okay, question from Anis Baswedan.
The fact that Pa Anis comment on a WIUI post means that it's not WIUI who is anak Abba. No. It's Abba who is a weeboo.
Yes! Confirmed.
All right.
Please read the question.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Tell us how you first met Siska and what your first date was like.
Oh.
A lot of people already know my nerdy first date story, so it's only fair that they get to hear yours too.
Smiley face.
Wow,
Pa Anis is going personal here. He's going personal here. Are you comfortable sharing that story?
Sure.
Okay.
I hope my wife is too. But my family is pretty tolerant. Okay. So
if not, you can blame it on Pa Anis.
Yeah, you can blame it on Pa Anis. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Good suggestion.
He forced you to.
Okay. So contrary to some AI generated images that are floating around out there of me, I was actually
I know what you're talking about.
I know exactly what AI images you're talking about.
I was actually a super nerdy young person. Like I had like Coca-Cola bottle glasses.
No.
Yeah.
If you have pictures, please send us so we can put this. If you want, if you can put this online. Yeah.
I think that's the ultimate deterrent, like that my wife has in her back pocket. She can always threaten to leak old photos of me when I was a kid.
Oh my god.
I was a nerd. Very awkward. I was terrible with the girls. Frankly,
okay.
Very into Star Wars.
Still am. Big time into Star Wars, Star Trek, sci-fi, gadgets, and like I was a bookworm,
right.
and still am, right? And so, the first date.
Yeah.
So my wife and I were introduced to each other by mutual friends.
Okay.
I was working in Jakarta at the time, at the bank restructuring agency.
Okay.
And she was working in Hong Kong at the time, and she came back to Jakarta for like a project. And mutual friends, a couple actually, who know her and know me, thought could be a fit there.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So they surreptitiously, secretly sort of invited us to just come. Hey, we're meeting this person, and why don't you come?
Yeah.
And so we met. Right. I was like, oh, cool.
So in Jakarta, not in Hong Kong.
In Jakarta,
Okay.
Jakarta, right? I'm so clueless. I'm so terrible.
Okay.
Always am with women, to be honest.
I think every man is still clueless with women. But okay, continue.
So then, my friends sort of encouraged me, right? Like, why don't you meet up again, two of you guys, like go on a date? It's like, okay, great, yeah, sure, why not? And so we met up for our first date, technically, right, at a coffee shop.
Okay.
And I was like 2 hours late.
No,
you were 2 hours. That's a red
Something like
flag. Kids these days will say red flag.
That's actually terrible.
2 hours late. Why were you late 2 hours?
I don't dare to say. I don't dare to tell.
So it's not a legit reason.
Wow, okay.
So, in hindsight, I now realize that my now wife was pretty pissed. She was pretty cold when I got in and sat down next to her and we're chatting and whatever, right?
2 hours.
And then I think it's about 2 hours. It's pretty bad. It's like 1 hour, 2 hours. At that point, it doesn't make a difference. It was bad. And then, chatting and we ordered food and whatever. And then I think I memorably ordered a focaccia sandwich.
Okay, focaccia sandwich.
And then when she asked, like, so how's the focaccia sandwich?
Right.
Like, oh, almost as good as company.
Almost as good.
his company.
Okay.
And so, later on, I was told by some of our friends that they asked us, so how was it? How was it? You know,
Yeah.
how was the date? And she said, it's all right. Like he compared me to a focaccia sandwich.
Oh my!
So the first date
so-
went terrible.
So thereafter, I was known to her friends as Mr. Focaccia.
Oh my
God! Wow. Okay.
But yeah, again, running away from your destiny, right? So fast forward like a year and a half later, right? And we're at the altar, getting married, and our priest kind of surprised us.
Okay.
Rather than giving a homily at the ceremony,
No.
he actually turned it into a talk show.
Oh.
So he played like Jimmy Fallon
Right,
or,
yeah.
and actually like
Interviewed.
interviewed
That's
my wife
so
and me in front
fun.
of the whole audience, right? And she asked the same question that your favorite weeboo, Pa Anis, just asked. Like, how did you meet? You know?
Yeah.
And then at one point, Siska, said during the ceremony, it's like, actually, the moment I laid my eyes on this guy, I knew I was going to end up with him.
Wow.
And I sort of did the quick head turn. Really?
Despite the focaccia sandwich
And the 2 hour late.
So I guess
Destiny. That's destiny.
when you're meant to be together, you're meant to be together, and God's will, whatever is God's will, like no human can undo or prevent or tear asunder. Apparently, but that's our first date. That's how we met.
Wow.
So Weeboos, if you want to know if she's the one, 2 hours late. That's the key. Because if she still likes you after you're 2 hours late,
I'm not sure about that.
then
I'm not so sure about that.
wow, that is a
Terrible
And do
dating
you
advice.
still eat with like focaccia sandwich just to reminisce about the good old
Right.
times?
I just realized it's been a while.
Wow.
Maybe there's a kind of a hidden trauma in there somewhere. No, I'm just kidding. No, but that's yeah.
Thank you. Now, finally, I bet there's going to be many edits about focaccia sandwiches and 2 hours late. I bet. Weeboos, do
There
your
we go.
magic.
All right.
Do your magic.
So this is a serious question, but it's actually really funny.
Right.
Do you maybe I'll
Yeah,
read
you
it.
read it.
I'll read it.
Please,
Okay.
yeah.
So this is from Energi Potensial.
Great name.
Was implementing your saya tidak punya waktu untuk mendendam for 2 weeks and end up crashing out real bad. How do you manage to have such a pure heart and not mendendam please? Turning 25 next month and I want to be wiser like you. Yeah.
Okay.
This person
So
tried
basically, he or she tried your method of nggak menendam.
your values,
Your
right?
values.
And this person crashed
Crashed
out.
out after 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, he was like, screw my values, bye-bye. So how does he, turning
It's-
25?
It's so real.
This is a real question. This is from the heart.
It's from-
Well, I can only tell my side of the story, right?
Yeah.
This may or may not apply to
Energi potensial.
other people or most people
Yeah.
or energy potential. So I'm gonna have to do something nice for my wife.
Okay.
okay.
Keep tapping her, but for many years, she's the one. I mean, so she's very religious. She's very. We're Catholic,
Right.
right?
Okay.
And what's tough about our religion is not only are you not supposed to hate your enemy,
You're supposed
you're
to
actually supposed to love your enemy.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
That's tough.
Oh my
Correct.
God. Thank you,
Turn
JC.
the other-
Jesus Christ, thank you.
Turn
Thank
the
you
other
for that.
cheek. That's tough,
Yeah.
right? That's really, really tough.
Yeah, very tough.
And I gotta say, for most of my life, I certainly did not practice that teaching, right?
Same.
But I mean, she's the one who taught me for the longest time, right? To not hate my enemies, and that we're supposed to love our enemies and even pray for them, right?
Wow, that's hard.
But look, I think when that sinks in, it's probably a matter of God's will and God's plan for you and your destiny, right? I mean, it finally sunk in probably when I was in jail, right? Wow. It took that much.
What
That long to
Probably.
wow.
and what an extreme circumstances for that to
Right.
sink
But you know
in.
something? I believe everybody will have their moment. And that's when the character that you built over years and decades will decide
Right.
whether you let go your hate or you go deeper into it, right?
So a follow-up question. have you yourself ever crashed out?
Oh, absolutely. So look, the other way that I meant actually, my life's just been very, very busy, very, very hectic. Like not only revenge, for example, right? But even like celebration. Like we hardly have time to celebrate successes because already the next thing. Right. So on Wall Street and in sorry, this sounds a bit elitist, but in high finance, like private equity, hedge fund, you're just always on the go. It's like next deal.
Right.
You don't even have time to kind of like throw a party. Like you used to have like closing parties.
Right.
When you close a deal or, nowadays, like just keep moving on
Right.
to the next thing. So at a superficial level, I just never had time to either celebrate or to seek revenge. But now, I'm 54. You never know
You
how
look
long you
great
have.
for 54.
Thank
You
you.
look great for 54.
It's kind of you.
Damn.
But we never know, whatever our age, how much time we have left on this planet.
Right.
So life is short. And there's no time to waste, right? And I guess one variation on the earlier theme, like why stress out about something you can't control?
Right.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
why
that-
waste time on
Right.
vengefulness and bitterness?
Yeah.
But look, again, as human beings, we'll have our moments, right? When
Yep.
we're really
Yeah. Crash out. Yeah.
Crash
yeah.
out.
out, and so
The crash out is real.
but don't worry, like be gentle on yourself,
Yeah.
right? Forgive yourself,
Yeah.
and sometimes we fall off the wagon, and just give yourself the time and the space you need to get back on the wagon.
Wow. So that's it, energy potential. I hope you have the potential in yourself. You see what I did there? Okay, next question. From Ririnosaurus.
This is a good
It's a
one.
great guy. What book that finished you, sir? What's a book that finished you,
So-
sir?
So it's
Okay.
not what book you finished, but what book finished you.
That's
a good one.
a very philosophical question, to be honest. What's a book that finished you, sir? With
Yeah.
the emoji. There's a hormat emoji. Hormat. But
That's a really tough question
This
for
is
a book,
a
for a book
really-
lover.
yeah,
for a book
exactly,
lover,
yeah.
Because I have so many,
so many books.
favorite
A book
books.
that really like
maybe
altered
not,
your
if
life.
you can't have one, maybe like two or three. Maybe it's hard.
Or 5.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can't say the Bible. Okay, no Bible.
Okay, yeah, that would be a cop out, right?
Yeah,
That'd be
that'd be cop-out. Yeah,
that'd be
don't
like
do
a
that.
hack.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I gotta say, my wife and I are both huge fans of Pope Francis. Yeah,
The Pope.
Okay.
the late Pope,
The late
one
Pope
who just
Francis.
passed away. Yeah,
Okay.
I really think he revolutionized the Catholic Church
I 1000% agree.
from one that was
Old school.
arguably preoccupied
Yeah.
too much with doctrine
Yeah.
and not sufficiently preoccupied with the reality in
Right.
the world, right? The
Yeah.
poverty, the inequality, the environmental destruction, right? And then he just pivoted the church
He did.
profoundly towards practical things
Right.
and real things, as opposed to theoretical or
Yeah.
theological doctrine, right? And so I read a couple of books of his in prison, including a compilation of his homilies that he gave every day during the COVID-19 pandemic,
Oh wow.
including the one that there's a famous image of him in a completely empty St. Peter's Square
Yeah.
in the evening, and it's drizzling lightly.
Yeah.
And normally the square would be packed, right?
Right.
And he's walking up the stairs and he's giving a homily in this empty square, right? Live streamed, of course, on the internet. But those homilies are amazing, actually. I mean, they're short, they're simple, but for somebody like me who's very verbose, like talk about succinct and concise. But other books that I strongly recommend that finished me or gave me peace,
Yeah.
right?
Harry Potter. What?
There's a great book called Factfulness.
Oh, I know
I
that
don't know
book.
Factfulness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
And basically, what I mentioned earlier, that
Yeah.
over the long arc of history, right, over 10 years, 20 years, 30 years,
Right.
all the more over a 100-year arc, the world is inexorably becoming better and better, right? And it points out all the positive data, right?
Right.
and the positive news rarely gets media coverage or media
Yeah.
Of
attention,
course.
Yeah.
right? But for example, what would you guess is the childhood vaccination rate worldwide, right?
Right.
50%, 70%, or above 90%.
I guess it's above now, right? Above
now.
90, right?
Correct. So, but
If it's now.
But
So-
that's
before-
because Pak Tom has prepped you with
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
world is getting
Yeah,
better,
yeah.
so you're like,
so
But before it was like minus 50%.
So majority of people would be surprised, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I mean, most people
And
guess,
how
oh, maybe
positive it is.
50% because there's so many poor countries, right? Like, how
Yeah.
could it be that things are so good, right?
Right.
At best, they would guess 70%,
Right.
but very few people would guess 90% plus, yeah. And it's interesting. He's got this sort of 20 question quiz, right?
Yeah.
And he gives it to Nobel Prize winners, you know, to geniuses, to regular people, to all sorts of people. And the ones who scored the worst were actually the Nobel Prize winners, like the experts, the most educated. The more educated you were, the more inclined you were to be pessimistic and to vastly underestimate all the good things that are happening in the world, right? And so I think if you're talking about, you know, wanting a glimmer of hope, I strongly encourage you to read that book,
Factfulness.
Factfulness, either in the English or the Bahasa Indonesia version,
Okay.
because it will really make you realize, wow, humanity is not so bad. You know, we actually do help each other. We do spread innovation for the common good,
Right.
and so on. Yeah.
Wow.
And-
I'll pick up the book.
Any other book that
Oh,
finished
so
you?
many.
Maybe one more.
One fiction.
Okay.
Right? Because that was
Oh,
like
that's
a
true.
fiction
One
book.
fiction.
One fiction
Yes.
book. Harry Potter. No. I just.
Andovi, do you want to talk about Harry
No,
Potter?
I don't want to talk about it.
I haven't read fiction in a long time, even
Okay.
though
Okay.
some of the books that Pa Anis kindly gave me as gifts for, you know, strapping in for a potentially long prison sentence were fiction.
Oh,
he gave me
that's such a kind gesture. He gave you a lot of
that's such an
books.
Anis
Yeah,
that's
thing,
such
right?
a Pa Anis thing to do.
and
Yeah.
such a Tom thing, right?
Yeah,
It's
Books
true.
and books.
Yeah.
But he gave me the Dune trilogy because I love sci-fi, right?
Oh wow, that's a great.
And
Okay.
he gave me
Lisan Al Gaib. Right? That's
he gave me the
maybe he wanted you to become the Lisan Al Gaib. Maybe that was a
No,
Jedi mind trick. It was
the
like-
important thing is you didn't read any of it though.
thank God. That's why I was set free, right? By abolition.
Okay.
No, but he also gave me a book called The Kite Runner.
Oh,
Afghanistan.
but Afghanistan, yeah. It's
That's
about
right.
the Parsi and the Pashtun and the. I've read that book.
Which apparently
Ivy.
became a
For Ivy.
was a phenomenal
Oh, you're an
movie
Ivy kid too?
Yes.
many years
Yeah.
ago.
Okay.
But fiction-wise, I'm a big surprise. I'm a big Lord of the Rings.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Fan, right?
No, that is a very valid answer.
That's a valid answer.
That's a very valid
But-
answer.
A little bit on that, right? From what I understand, J.R. Tolkien,
Yeah.
the author, was essentially painting an analogy of the rise of Hitler and the rise of fascism.
Yeah, because he was a soldier. Yeah.
Exactly.
He was a soldier.
And you know how ironically, like Frodo, right?
Yeah.
The weakest of all the, you know, he's not a knight in shining armor. He's
Yeah,
not,
an elf.
you know, an elf with
Yeah.
magical powers. He's actually
It's a
this short
hobbit,
little guy,
yeah.
right? But he's the one who's most trusted to be the ring bearer, to hold the ring that rules them all, right? And so
Precious. I had to say that. It's right. It was right there. It was right there. My precious.
So actually, one thing that I've come to believe about Abigail Andovi is that actually a lot of our problems come from one single thing, and that is too much power. Yeah, and that is actually why. Power needs to be
Limited.
shared, decentralized, delegated, right? And
Not pass through children. sorry. Not,
You really need to get that out.
yeah. Not pass through children. That's sorry.
but so
have
many.
to-
Sorry, I lost my.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to. It was a cough. It was a cough. Yeah.
But it's ironic, right? Like it's almost like the less power you have, the more effective you are, right? And think about it, right? Like why am I suddenly viral or on everybody's discussion, right? I mean, I have no party. I have no power. Like I'm not a minister or from anything, right? Yeah, I'm from a well-to-do family, but I'm not a tycoon family. I'm not a billionaire, right? I don't have money as such, right? But maybe I'm not a threat to anyone, right? And all I have is just my conscience, and all I have is just the truth, right? But people consistently underestimate the power of truth, right? And so people who have a lot of power, and especially people who have too much power, are able very easily, are often tempted to distort the truth, right? To manipulate the truth. Right. Where somebody who has no power, oftentimes has no choice, right? I mean, yeah, people who have little power often have to be cunning and, savvy to make their way in the world, right? But actually, it's extraordinary how powerful the sheer simple truth can be, right?
Wow.
And a lot of times, think about like Mahatma Gandhi or Nelson Mandela. What do they have? They don't have huge money. They don't have weapons. They don't have, maybe Mandela eventually had a party.
Yeah.
But what they had was the truth, the conscience, the values, right? Noble values that they espoused. And that shone through, right? Like that reverberated. So actually power is not the answer. Usually power is a path to hell, right? And so too much power, too much wealth, right? So, we need to kind of institutionalize checks on power and wealth, to be honest, to solve the world's problems, I believe.
Somebody clip that. Power is a path to hell. Somebody clip that, make the rounds on TikTok, everything.
It's true.
That is a bar. Power is the path to hell. Then I know who's going to hell. Okay, so next question.
Next question.
Why we do questions? Oh,
this is a very unique question.
It's a great question.
This is a great one.
Okay.
I'll read it.
You read it.
I'll read it. Okay. It's from A___ Nggi. So Anggi.
Anggi.
Right. Okay. Pak Tom, your voice could almost be a national asset.
Iya lagi.
If Indonesia had to use your voice as the country's official voiceover,
That's a brilliant idea.
what message would you want the world to hear? And if you had to use only your voice, not your title, not your credential, what's the one principle you'd want Indonesian youth to remember you by in 50 years? So there's two parts. It's such a good question.
That's a great question. You have a Morgan Freeman type of voice, You have a James Earl Jones, like, in the... I can't...
Like that one streamer that was like viral, like very deep.
Oh, yeah, with
What
a
is
very deep
it?
voice.
Something to do with, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He has like a skull.
Yeah.
For,
Aduh, lupa. I know
profile
exactly what
picture.
you're talking about.
What is his name?
I think we'll put it in the edits. But
So-
your voice is very... I don't know.
Can you help?
It's very like... If Indonesia had to... I can't copy it.
So the question was what again?
Okay, so
What message would you want the world to hear?
if you
From our country.
is the
In my
official
voice.
voiceover,
Right.
what message would you want the world to hear
Right.
as the official voiceover
Voiceover
of
of
Indonesia?
Welcome to Wonderful Indonesia.
Oh no, the streamer name is Corpse Husband.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
she
knows
Pak Tom,
exactly.
I'm sorry to tell you, your daughter knows something she's not supposed to know.
Yeah, she knows something that
My
she's
real
not supposed to know.
daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, my real daughter.
Okay, go. Your real
That's a
daughter.
tough question. That's a tough
Yeah,
question. Like, what would be the message from Indonesia to the world?
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe the second one is easier to
Yeah, the second. Yeah.
to
Yeah.
answer. Yeah, what's the one principle you'd want Indonesian youth to remember you by in 50 years? Maybe a simple one, karma. Karma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's
Okay.
one
I didn't see
thing
that coming.
I strongly believe in,
Yeah.
right? And if you think about it, right, in so many religions, you have some version thereof. So the golden rule in Christian religion, like treat others as you would like to be treated by others.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Do unto others as you would have others do unto you,
Do
right?
unto you.
I believe in Islam, there's a similar
Yeah.
teaching, right? Like an eye for an eye,
Yeah.
and so on. And the famous Indonesian version, tanam tuai,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
You will harvest what you plant.
Yep.
And that's almost like a law of nature, right? It's almost like the law of gravity. It's I now believe it's inescapable, right? And so be careful what seeds you plant throughout the years. It's maybe like another way to describe what I mentioned earlier, right? About agency and how, the key decisions you make years later will be shaped, will be decided by the character that you shaped over the years and decades, right? So karma,
Wow, I love that.
probably the one
Wow.
principle.
I didn't think you were going to say that, but that's a great answer. Voiceover.
So the message from Indonesia,
Yeah, right.
in my
Yeah.
voice to the world.
In your voice to the world.
Wonderful Indonesia. No, not that. Okay. Welcome to Garuda, Indonesia. No, okay, no. I'm trying to do voiceovers. While he's thinking, I'm going to think of jokes.
I know you're distracting him. He can't think because you kept on like.
It's all right.
Your voice should be exactly for what? Pintu teater satu telah dibuka.
That's true.
Imagine Patom's voice.
No, actually, like you should.
Amazing.
Somebody mentioned like you should start an ASMR YouTube.
Oh, it would be amazing. Yeah.
So
Would you listen to it?
I would listen.
maybe I would say, can we listen to our hearts? And can we get in touch with our soul? Can we listen to our hearts? And can we get in touch with our souls?
Damn.
So here's what I mean, right?
Damn.
So my late father
Yeah.
was hyper intellectual,
Okay.
quite arrogant, but to him, IQ and knowledge and intellect was everything, right? And I was raised, very intellectually, like had to get good grades, had to be academically successful, had to be smart. Right? Fast forward to now, right? Like 40, 50 years later, my framework, my paradigm now is like this. I believe you have your brain, your mind, your IQ, whatever, right? Your brain. Then you have your heart. It's much bigger than your brain, actually. It's bigger and more important than your brain. Now, below your heart, you have what I would call your soul, and it is vast. It is huge, right? But materialistic, individualistic, capitalistic culture will move you away from your soul, will move you away from your heart towards just the brain, right? Whether that's the dopamine addictions, right? The status chasing, the lizard brain, right? Like all these things, like the selfishness, the competitiveness, the desire to dominate and to win, right? But then if you listen to your heart, right? Like that's where your instinct to collaborate as opposed to compete comes from, right? Your tendency or desire to love each other, right? But then think about what's in your soul, right? Like being in harmony with nature, like being in harmony with the laws of nature, such as karma, such as balance, right? Balance is like another key principle, yeah? Like balance is like the key to everything. And life and civilization moves in cycles. As I said, the pendulum swings, right? But it's seeking balance, right? An internal shock or an external shock will happen,
Right.
and will move the pendulum out of balance, right? Things go out of whack.
Right.
But there's a quite popular phrase in Bahasa Indonesia, which is sedang mencari sebuah equilibrium yang baru. Trying to find a new equilibrium, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that's a very powerful phrase, actually.
Right.
So, for example, right now, right? An era is expiring, and we're about to enter a new era,
Yep.
right?
It is.
And everybody, the politicians, the law enforcement agencies, the public, the academics, we're all trying to find a new balance, right? And so I think soulfulness or being in tune with your soul, right, is kind of like this Buddhist thing of being in harmony with nature, in harmony with the laws of nature, because you can't break those laws. You can only, as Stephen Covey in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, right, that book, said like, you cannot break those laws, those internal laws. You can only break yourself against those laws.
You can only break yourself against those laws. Oh, got it. Yeah.
Like those laws are inviolable, and if you try to break them, you'll only end up breaking yourself.
Wow.
Right? So, I mean, these are just some thoughts about, well, if I had to send a message to the world, right? Because I worry that we're losing our soul.
Right.
And we're not listening to our hearts. If we did, right, then our hearts would be telling us very, very different things compared to what we are doing at the moment to our planet, to each other.
Right.
Right.
I agree.
So, and all the more, I think we're selling our souls in some of the things that, especially the elites. Again, it's mostly a problem of the elites, to be honest.
Right.
But yeah, I think the elites got to where they are because they're juara class, right? Because they go to, top universities like Harvard, right? Because they claw their way up using that intellect, right? But in the process, I think a lot of us become stone-hearted because it hurts too much, right? To betray people or to cut each other down or to climb all over each other to get to the top, right? And so life and the whole world would be very different if we had a better balance with more heart, less brain, more heart, and especially more soul.
Wow. Amen to that. Less brain, more heart, and especially more soul.
That's so good.
Wow.
So I think we have 2 videos that I want to show you.
Yeah, you gotta react to these 2 videos, okay?
Okay. So what I did is I wanted to find viral TikTok edits of you.
Okay.
And so I typed in Tom Lembong edits on TikTok. And these 2 are the most viral.
Yes.
Okay.
Tom Lembong edits. Yeah.
I did not make it.
We didn't make it.
We didn't make it.
The internet did.
So the first one that I'm going to show you is actually made by an account called Tom Lembong's fan page.
Yes. Tom Lembong's fan page. Amazing account.
Okay.
Amazing account.
Okay, wait, hold up.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I need to ask. Is this real or is this AI?
It's AI.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint you, whoever you are. Like if
sorry. It's Tom Lembong 92.
Yes.
So sorry to obliterate the illusion, right? To destroy the illusion. But no, I was not at all like that in my youth. Like I said, I was very nerdy.
Right.
And even like this, right? Like many people have heard that my very unique baritone voice is because of my asthma, right? And having decades of inhaling, asthma medication, harsh asthma medications.
Okay.
But in those days, another treatment for asthma was very harsh corticosteroids.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very different from anabolic steroids. Actually, quite the opposite.
Right.
Actually, it causes your bones to lose density, and it makes it, causes you to lose muscle mass, not gain muscle mass. But one side effect is you get moon faced.
Okay.
You actually, get like thick cheeks and everything.
Okay.
It's no longer the case now, right? Like newer medicines, newer technologies have come up, but I used to have like a big double chin.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I looked very different, and I definitely did not look like that.
Wow.
I'm so
sorry
sorry.
to disappoint you.
Sorry, Tom
Yeah.
Lembong 92 for the.
I wish I looked like that in my youth, but as my wife and my other friends who've known me since childhood can attest, I was very different in my youth.
Okay.
So did you meet your wife with that double chin when you were 2 hours late?
Yeah.
Wow, that's.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
That's
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I
It's
guess,
meant to
right?
be.
It's meant to be.
Okay. So this next video, it has 2.5 million likes, not
Okay.
views.
Not even views, likes.
likes. That's crazy
That's
viral.
crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Serious stuff here. This is a good edit. This is a really good edit.
Wow.
represent.
From
Lil Zhao.
Lil Zhao. Yo, Lil Zhao. For those of you who can't see, it's the iconic picture where you looked up and for some reason the timing was just
Right.
Yeah,
divine. You did this. Dung. And then that picture went.
Right.
That picture went super viral.
What's your thoughts on that?
God's will.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, and Mbak Abigail, Mas Andovi. I mean, there's so many moments throughout that 9-month saga, right? There's so many moments during the 12 months before that, actually, like during the election campaign,
Yeah.
right? During that Darurat Konstitusi,
Yeah.
and so on, right?
You were one of the few who spoke out. I was there. I
Right.
saw you. I saw you.
Where the only explanation is like it's a divine will, like it's God's intervention. Yeah, it's like tangan Tuhan. It's incredibly hard, almost impossible to explain it any other way, right? Like, I mean, even sometimes I watch videos of myself, right? Like, and I'm like, did I say that? Like, are those my words? How did I come up with that, right? Like, and my theory is, again, like as you survive trauma after trauma after trauma, right? Throughout your decades, in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and as you gain experience and realize the truths about the world, right? You become more and more attuned with your soul. And when that happens, right, your soul just takes over, right? Like things come out from your soul, right? Which I think is kind of more in tune with the divine or with what we like to call alam semesta, right? Semesta.
Right.
And so, yeah, because it's just, such perfect timing.
Yeah,
It's
Right,
just,
yeah.
such...
Even if you wrote a movie script,
I
people
know.
would be like, that's not real. 'Cause the timing
Yeah.
with the photo was just.
So how to explain it any other way, right?
Yeah, there's
it's
no other way to
it's
explain it.
destiny.
Right.
It's semesta. Alam semesta. It's tangan Tuhan. It's God's intervention.
Right.
So
Yeah.
but again, each of us has a role to play
Right.
in humanity and on this planet, and that agency that we have, right? I think being self-aware, self-conscious of all the little things you do,
Right.
all the little kindnesses that you do day in and day out, like all the vicious little things that we do to each other, like those carry consequences over the years and over the decades, right?
Yep.
When they will
Yep.
shape our character.
Yep.
And then, when time comes, either you flourish, right? Like it flowers and you harvest good things, or it blooms and oh my God, I'm harvesting poison because of poisonous fruits, or you're harvesting poison because of all the vicious little things that I planted along the way,
Okay. So, the very last. So this is the most liked question. I
Yeah.
hate it.
This is the most
But this
liked
is the most
question.
liked.
This is the most.
We have to
we
ask.
gotta go.
We
People
gotta
have
ask
voted.
it. We have to
People have
ask
voted.
it.
Okay, this is the most. Okay.
You'll read
From
it?
Juan.Picente with 426 likes and counting, I'm assuming. And
Oh yeah.
would you adopt Abigail as your daughter? That is the 420.
I should call my dad.
Yeah, I think you should call your
Oh,
dad
God.
and be like, are you okay, dad, with all this? This is yeah.
how to answer that?
God's will. That's the answer.
Oh,
God's
thank you,
will. Yeah,
Andovi. I think that's a perfect
God's-
answer, right? Like, if it's God's will, we'll leave it to God, right, to decide. What do you think, my Abigail?
Yeah, what do you think? Would you?
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
I won't mind having 2 dads after the session. This has been so
Yeah, it's been crazy.
it's been very therapeutic, yes.
Very therapeutic.
Very triggering, yes.
Yes.
I feel very called out,
Yeah.
but it's
In a
it's
good way. In a good way. Not
in a good
not
way.
in a
Okay.
bad way.
It's very timely, and I learned so much from this talk. So
Well, so did I. Thank you, my Abigail, Mas Andovi.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure and an honor, and hopefully we can continue our collaborations from time to time, because I think you have an incredibly important platform especially for the diasporas around the world, in which myself, my wife, and our kids are also part of the diaspora, right? And it's just wonderful to have that community,
Yep.
right? And the diaspora is a key part of the Indonesian people, you know, a very, very precious part of the Indonesian people of
Yep.
Bangsa Indonesia. So thank you guys for the work that you've done, the work that you're doing, and I hope we'll continue to be doing.
Right.
Thank you, Pak.
Thank you.
Thank you. I was going to end on a joke, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to end on a joke now. But thank you, Pak. Thank you. Honestly,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Really appreciate it.
Thank
really
you,
appreciate
Andovi.
it, Pak. Thank you so much, Pak.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Bye, Weeboos. See you in the next episode.
Bye. Thank you.